It's Tiki Oasis.
Welcome to Tiki Oasis TV. I'm your host, Sassy Stiletto, and I'm here with Tiki Lindy, Tiki Modernist. Can you explain to me what it means to be a Tiki Modernist?
Sure, I'd love to. So it's kind of a confusing term for a lot of people because they think, well, Tiki is kind of old school, old era. They think 1930s, 1940s, and they think modern, what is this all about? So the only way you can really create new Tiki drinks is to come up with new Tiki drinks. And so when we think about modern approach, it means abandoning that concept that you have to make something that someone else has already made. So that's a large part of it. And it's also like recognizing that we have access now to ingredients we didn't have in the 40s and 50s.
Great point.
So it's kind of a global marketplace now. And so Tiki Modernists really try to incorporate all that's really available to us.
That's a great description.
Yeah, thanks.
Can you tell me about your book?
I sure can. In fact, I brought a copy. So it's Tiki Lindy's Field Guide to Poo-Poo's Tidbits and Exotic Provisions. And I call it an adventure cookbook. So it's not just recipes. It is a whole adventure story that's intertwined.
That's great.
The thing about recipes for food that you find in most tiki bars is they're really a combination of a lot of different cuisine. And I wanted to bridge the gap between the different cultures that you find. So like Pan-Asian, Indian influence, even some African cuisine finds its way into tiki bars. And so this is like a hilarious subplot story of adventurers that travel all over the world and are exposed to the cuisine. So the recipes are actually these discovered cuisine that the explorers come across. It's hilarious.
How fun.
Yeah.
So tell me, which food recipe in that book can I not go another day without trying?
Oh my gosh, there's so many good ones in there. I mean, obviously, I've beta tested these numerous times, and my poor family, I think, gained 15 pounds eating all of it. But the Dan Dan noodles are one of my personal favorite. If you really want to explore a truly authentic recipe that's fun and just opens your mind to the modern culture of Asia and all over, then the Dan noodles are great. But crab rangoon tends to be a favorite for most people, and the recipe for crab rangoon's in there as well.
Oh, people are going to be excited to try that out.
Yes, definitely.
So where can I get a copy of that book?
Right now on my website, so it's tikilindy.com. That's the only place you can get it right now, so not on Amazon, but we ship all over, and we're about to start shipping internationally too.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So all our tiki friends all over the world will be happy to hear that. So what's your favorite cocktail?
So I don't have one favorite, but I make a pretty good tea punch, which is the national drink of Martinique. And it's really simple. So most people are like, oh, she's a tiki mixologist. She makes these complex drinks. And while I do make them, I like a simple tea punch. It's really just an agricole rum, lime, and a little sugar. And it's the best, on a hot day, a nice tea punch just does it for me.
You don't have one of those in your pocket, do you?
Oh, I know. Totally should.
So what's the difference between a tropical cocktail and a tiki cocktail? I know that's a pretty complex question, but if you could sum it up for us.
Sure. And actually my symposium today, which is called Riffs and Spiffs, so that was at noon today, I went into depth about what the difference is between tiki and tropical drinks. And if I could boil it down into a couple of sentences, I'd say that the really difference is tropical drinks are lighter. They are from the regions of the tropics, so they typically were crafted in those areas with the ingredients from those areas, and they have a long-standing history. Most classic tropical drinks predate what we call tiki drinks. So tiki drinks tend to be a lot more complex, a little stronger in the rum, can use other ingredients other than just the rums from the Caribbean. So that's the main difference, but in reality, there's not really such thing as a tiki drink. We associate certain drinks as being paired with a tiki culture. But in reality, you can make a brand new cocktail and still call it a tiki drink if you're inspired by the escapism of the tiki culture.
I think that's a great point.
Yeah, thank you.
It really is a great point. So what would you tell people that they should not miss if they come to Tiki Oasis?
Oh, I have so many favorite things. I love the Miss Tiki Oasis poolside strut. One of my favorites. The symposiums are always fabulous. No bias there as a symposium presenter. But it really is very curated content, and I feel like that's where people really get the most value in terms of education on both cocktails and the tiki culture. But it's all really about meeting new people. And so when you come to Tiki Oasis, you become part of the Ohana, and that's, to me, the best part. That's what got me here in the first place. When I first came to Tiki Oasis was the Ohana. So
I totally agree with you. I could not agree more, actually. So your tiki hut is on fire. You have 3 things you can save. What are they?
Oh no, only 3 things. Oh my gosh, because I have so many bottles of rum that like come to mind that are way more than 3. Gosh, I do a lot of my own sewing of my outfits, and so that's kind of precious to me, like the things that I've created. So I would almost say, aside from the really high-end rums, it might be the things that I've personally made.
And that's so wonderful. It goes to your creativity and writing this book too. So
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
Like a Jill of all trades. So yeah, Jill of all trades. Maybe not a master of any, but I'm at least Jill of all trades.
And what's your go-to karaoke song?
You're
We
gonna
might
laugh.
hear it tonight in a room party.
Oh
You
my
never
gosh,
know.
this is shameful. Genuine pony.
Oh,
I know.
I like it as a burlesque dancer. I'm just gonna say.
I think that might just have been like my darkest secret. I just gave away.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thanks for having me.
This has been Tiki Oasis TV with Sassy Stiletto and Tiki Lindy.